Hello, welcome to episode 3 of Over the Bar. Today I'm interviewing our first duo of the series. One has played rugby over here for 4 decades, still scoring tries up until last season. The other quit playing rugby at 38 years old due to injury and went on to pursue other things. They both love a chat. Let's see if I can rein them in and keep this as short as possible. Let's go find out who they are.
Good morning, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
We won't tell them what happened just a minute ago.
Thank you for finally turning up after the, 3-4 times we tried to get this going.
No, once.
Once? No,
Yeah,
I think
once. We changed run. You said he couldn't make the
I think we
first
made
one.
3 times at least.
No.
He was in Southampton, he was growing weed or something like that, where he does in his greenhouses. So we're finally here on a Sunday morning, so that's why we all look a bit groggy.
Well,
You're
do.
wearing, no, I look alright actually. Done the old Saturday Man Club, haven't I? Been doing the Saturday Man Club.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What taking
On-
it?
on a
Not
Saturday.
joining in.
Watching it.
What, you've been taking it and they're not joining? And what, they got Paul taking
I've done
it?
20 laps around the pitch last week.
Why?
20 laps, because I got told to.
Is it?
Saturday Man Club.
Yeah.
20 laps around the pitch.
Did you have to then fill it up with some more diesel?
Well, my guts I had to take in petrol. Now, boys, so thanks for coming over. The reason I got used two together, obviously same era of rugby. Yeah, played in the same teams for a long time. How long do you reckon? A couple of decades?
Well,
No,
15 to 20.
I think it was at 15
Yeah,
years.
there was a good 15 years where we had a right solid, where I'd say first team level, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, sort of breaking in and,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But then
Well,
lower
we both
side.
started at the same time.
Yeah, it started up, yeah,
Yeah,
because when you said it was breaking into the lower sides, because I worked through the sides because I was a
Yeah.
football head,
Yeah.
you know, so.
And you work for the sides?
Yeah,
13?
oh yeah, I played
Yeah.
for
'Cause I think it was a
Lee
15
Beadsworth.
at one
I
point,
played for
yeah.
Lee
Yeah,
Beadsworth.
there was
Mrs.
5
Smith.
teams at one
5
time.
teams,
Yeah. That's how Danny got on.
Danny stayed in the lower sides. Yeah, the only reason he played third is because we didn't have seconds. Yeah, bless him. But no, so you played in the same era, you played in the same sort of teams, but Jason's obviously carried on playing rugby. He's still playing rugby now, not as much as.
Yeah, but he's a freak. Look at
He is a
him.
freak.
He's still. The only thing that's different about him is he's got his hair.
His
Isn't
hairline,
Yeah.
it's running away from his face. Yeah.
it? But have you noticed as you get older, what gets bigger? Your ears and
Because
your nose.
more people are talking about it. That's why. But if we start off with you,
So how long's that been?
let's go now.
Right, see ya. Cut.
So let's start with you then, mate. How did you get into rugby? Let's just summarise how you got into rugby, then we'll go to you, Bacon. Just a little summary how you got into playing for Canvey, rugby club.
I didn't even know rugby existed until I went to Castleview.
Yeah.
So I was 11, it was the first year there. It was a brand new school, so we only had 100 odd kids. And the man who's in the photo over there I've just seen him, Vernon Evans, was
Yeah.
my PE teacher.
You're still there when I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he, we didn't have any pitches when I first started. We had to go to Cornelius to train, and we just went over one Tuesday or Thursday, I think PE and games were, and he got this thing out of the car called a rugby ball,
Yeah.
threw it at us and said, right, we're going to start playing rugby now. Well, what's that then? Like,
Yeah.
Nobody knew, because we played football. Everyone on campus played football, didn't know what rugby was, or the people I mixed with. So we threw the rugby ball about, did a few games, started doing bits and pieces. Still didn't really take any interest, weren't interested in it. And I don't think we actually started playing matches until the second year,
Yeah.
when we got our own pitches. And then we went training over there again before we started playing the games. He said, right, we're going to do tackling today. And he got the ball and he ran straight at me.
With Vernon?
Vernon.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when there was no health and safety.
Yeah. Teachers just smashing kids
And
out of the way.
when I was at school, I was like that and about 5 stone.
Yeah.
And he ran straight at me and I tried to tackle him. And he went, what are you doing? I said, oh, I tried to tackle you. You said, tackle him. He said, do you play rugby? I said, no. He said, well, I think you should. I went, all right, okay, I'll have a go. And he picked me in the team and played, and then that was it. Just
So
started.
why? So you said you were small.
Oh,
You was
I-
quite slender. Have you always been through
Yeah,
life?
yeah,
So
yeah.
why did he think?
I've got no. Probably I was the smallest kid. I'll just run straight through him because
Yeah.
I'm. Because he's.
So you was basically a winger, and you never come off the wing, not even in a game.
He asked me where I played. He said, "Where'd you play?"
Yeah.
And I just went wing.
Yeah, with yourself.
Yeah.
In the bath.
Over the field.
Yeah. So basically, you was forced into playing rugby by Vernon Evans.
Yeah,
That's
basically,
how it comes.
yeah. He said, "Yeah, come play. I wanted to play," and I played. And so I played all through school, but still didn't know this place existed. Played football. I played rugby at school. Played football on a Sunday. And that was it till I was like 16, and then Dot and Jeff Prynne ran the cult side over here.
Unbelievable, considering like how long ago that was, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
So at 15, you should say walking to shops, they come out of the house. Oh, we're short of a player because Jeff had seen me play sevens over in Rayleigh somewhere.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, do you fancy playing?" I said, "No, I play football. I don't want to play rugby."
So who did you play football for at the time?
Canvey Mites.
Yeah.
I played
small games.
Yeah, I played for Mornington boys when they first started. Castle Rangers.
Castle Rangers,
Yeah, Castle Rangers, and then Canvey Mites.
That was Trevor Britnell, Castle Rangers.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So it was Sid Cope.
Yeah,
Canvey
yeah,
Mites,
that's it. Yeah. So
I
they
think
played
Sid
for
Cope
Canvey.
actually played. I played for Canvey Mites,
Yeah.
and they then integrated from Concord Rangers. They folded Canvey Mites, didn't they?
They went to Canvey.
Yeah.
They went to Canvey.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So I played for them. So I was doing that. So then I was walking up the shops, and he said, "Oh, we're short. Do you want to play?" I said, "Yeah, okay, I'll come and play." So I played, and this had. I don't think the club was here, but there was no changing rooms because I think we had to get changed in the next door in the play school thing there.
Yeah.
So we got changed there, and I played and just went straight home. Didn't come in the club, and then next week, do you want to play? Yeah, I played. But I was playing rugby in the morning and football in the afternoon.
Nice.
So I did that for about another year, and then I knocked the football on the head.
Yeah.
And then basically once I got in here and came in here after a game of rugby, that was it.
That was it.
Because obviously I walked in. The first two people I met were your dad and Jeff Berder.
In their pants.
After a go, we played a game, but obviously they'd been watching the games we'd played, and your dad, we went, "Hello, Jason." I went, he said, "I'm Biff," and Jeff Berder was with him. And they brought me a beer. I'm assuming it was Jeff Berder because your dad wouldn't have paid any money.
Trying to feed a 15-year-old kid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then that was it. That's it.
That's how you saw it.
That's it. Yeah.
Bacon.
Again, football was Canvey, but I went to Furthwick. Very much rugby as well. So all those footballers. So Canvey, my dad thought I was going to be the greatest footballer in the world, but built like I was built.
You weren't built back like that.
No, not back then. And he was.
You used to play football.
Yeah, no, I'm carrying it.
Here comes the ball boy.
Got a couple on the arms. No, it's like at school. It was like whatever it was, whatever sport I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? He didn't, whether it was swimming, whether it was athletics,
shot put.
Shot put, discus it was actually.
No, good.
Yeah. So, but then it was. But then, as a footballer, primarily, they put you in the backs. So I can always remember playing the teachers against the kids.
Oh,
they stopped playing.
Oh, you could never do that now, could you?
No, because they stopped doing it with moves there. Because
I played in one of those games at Charlton for the teachers against the kids at Charlton. That was probably the last.
Yeah. Oh, it was brutal. It was brutal. I just wanted to get hold of Mr. Alleman, who played for Southend, and rip his head off because he used to make it like misery for us, you know. Frank Kirk,
that was sort of payback for like the
when they stopped
the
doing it
theory
again.
lessons. You just get go after
So
the teachers.
basically, football, rugby at school in the backs.
Yeah.
Started playing, went into football. Always associated with Canvey clubs. The one thing I will say is that I always wanted to play for Canvey. Right, went off and played a bit later stages. But Canvey, whether it be football, whether it be rugby, now it's golf as well.
How's that going?
It's all right, mate. It's all right. It's all right, not bad.
I can see you're built for golf.
Well, yeah, exactly. Oh, you've got to find something. Golf, don't knock it until you've tried it.
I've tried it. It's not shit. Best way to spoil a good walk, I reckon, didn't
Yeah. So football, rugby came when I was 19. Broke my leg playing Sunday football, win a cup final.
Ain't worth it, is it?
Nah, and well, I still, and then I started to get involved over it. Always said, my dad always used to go down to Water's Edge drinking. Always see your dad because he used to be downstairs before the club was here. So it was in the Miners Bar.
Yeah.
That was the clubhouse. My dad used to drink upstairs. I used to live up the seafront. So he'd always say, "Your boy," you know what I mean? Come over here, and I'd see Biff about, and it's when you're going to come and play rugby? No, the footballer and all that.
Yeah.
When I broke my leg, and I started to come over on the Saturdays. And started playing then, still played on a Sunday, broke my leg again when I was 26 playing football. Yeah. So then I thought, fuck the football.
Ain't worth it.
Yeah, time to concentrate on the rugby.
So, sort of talk about Canvey rugby, the influences sort of when you say you come over here in your late teens basically. Who was over here at that point? Who sort of grabbed you and sort of said like this is Canvey, this is like the sort of ethos of Canvey Island Rugby Club? Because like who was your influences?
Really, like I said, the first two people I met when I came in the clubhouse were your dad and Jeff Berder.
Yeah.
and your dad was playing first team rugby. Jeff Birder was playing first team rugby in the backs, and he was like,
God.
yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah.
Even like,
Yeah.
I don't know how old Jeff. If I was 16, then I don't know. Jeff would have been.
But he was still in his prime, wasn't he?
Yeah.
30,
Oh yeah.
would have been
Jeff
30,
was,
so
yeah.
30, early
Yeah,
30s.
early 30s.
But
and
I
then
used
wicked
to
sized
be
fit.
looking at him, thinking, oh, I hope I'm as fit as him when I'm that
Yeah,
old.
that's but then he was in his prime, wasn't
He
he?
was, and he was brilliant. He was a brilliant bloke to play with, and he was like,
Great tackler.
Oh, he's the
Yeah.
sort of,
And he could play in the back row because he got his arms on the ball.
Yeah.
You could not get it off him.
Yeah.
You couldn't. Yeah.
But he was always really like good to me. He always sort of looked after me. Always come and say hello to me.
Yeah.
Always speak to me like another 16-year-old kid. And him and your dad were just like so really.
So
That,
welcoming.
yeah, they were. They were welcoming, and so that made you feel relaxed when you come over
Yeah.
here because you think, well, two blokes who are sort of like your dad, like found a member of the club.
Yeah.
Jeff been playing since whenever and still doing it. And well, in his, like you say, you don't realise he's in his prime, but he was in his prime.
Yeah.
So they were. There's other. I would say one of the other people who was an influence on me was Dave Jenkins
Right.
from New Zealand. He was my PE teacher
Yeah.
in the last 2 years at school, and I think he played. Did he play one season?
He
over
played a
here?
bit over here. Yeah.
He played for the All Blacks.
He was too
He was a
good.
junior All Black.
Yeah, he was too
Right.
good.
And
Yeah.
he was just flipping. He said to me, I remember he said to me, look, you're small. If you want to, he did weights with me at school. He took me in 2 mornings a week, was doing weights
Yeah.
when I was 15, 16, which I'd never done before. And he said to me, don't worry about your skill level, always be fit.
Yeah.
If you can be fit, then you can get away
Yeah, but
with.
you've got some skills.
Yeah, you've got to have some skill level. I know. Well, I don't know what. Yeah.
You've got boy.
You've always been
Now your
fit.
fitness is going. That's why you're struggling, isn't
You've
it?
got
Hey.
to have a bit of skill. So if you can be fit, then that'll get you through.
Just one man
just
himself.
one man
So
himself.
basically,
No,
Jason's fit as fuck
Yeah,
still.
but
He was
he's
a
got
shit
no
rugby
skill.
player.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I played in the win.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Just by a That's it.
Stood on the wing for 50 years.
Being fit comes a multitude of sins.
Mate,
That's
of course
it.
he does.
So
It was like Nick Shepherd, horrible
Yeah.
little fucker,
Yeah.
but he was fit as fuck.
yeah, he was
wasn't
the
he?
other PE teacher. Right? He
Yeah,
was
I
the
know.
other
That's
one.
what I mean.
Yeah,
He come over
yeah.
with me as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he said, "You kick the ball and I'll get there." Didn't he?
Yeah,
I always
those
remember
two.
that.
So about you, Tom, because obviously you started off in the backs and then you went to the forwards. Who sort of influenced like you first of all coming into Canvey, then making that move into the forwards? Was it just basically because you got fat? And you
Yeah,
just-
basically.
Right. So to be quite honest truth here, I was never going to be a first team player, a regular first team player, a long term as a back.
yeah.
Yeah, I was a good kicker. I was a bit younger. All right, I could run a bit. Went sort of
Did you
stand
play
up.
fly off?
Yeah, I played fly
Yeah,
half.
you did.
In the first team, I played fly half. I played centre. I've played on the wing. I played prop, and I've probably played back row when I've had to. You know what I mean? They're like sort of knock-ins. Played hooker as well. But I was never gonna have a long-term future as a back.
Right.
And I knew that
Yeah.
after a while. So you come in as a foot lead, you think do it, kicked it too much. I was always good. You know, I scored a lot of points, conversions and penalties. But I wanted to make myself sort of respected
Yeah.
in some, you know, as a player.
Yeah.
And then it got to a certain stage where I worked my way through the sides, and I thought,
So when's
hold
that
on.
going to happen then?
Ooh!
You got one in there, didn't you?
I'll tell you what, it was Vernon. I just thought Vernon. I was never going to take Vernon's place,
Yeah.
but Vernon weren't going to be there forever.
Forever, yeah.
So I latched onto Vernon and your dad,
Yeah.
and had a bit of coaching with them out there, and then went that route and went into the front row. And to
Yeah.
be quite honest, that was where I should have been anyway.
In the first place,
Yeah, but it's you come through the channels and you come through the sides. And the trouble is, everything I've done, I wanted to try and do as best I could.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. But when I came over here, the first team was all your dad, Vernon, Woody. Is that picture that I
Yeah,
said to you,
yeah.
the bog picture?
picture,
You know what I
the
mean?
picture, yeah.
And then Norris, Lovell, Gilly. You know, then the back rows all changed.
Then the
didn't they?
teachers all turned up
Yeah,
as
the
well,
teachers
so
turned.
you've
When the
got no
teachers
chance of
turned
getting in
up,
the back row there,
no,
yeah.
you couldn't get. You
Yeah.
know, they was good players, but
Let's talk about the teachers turning up, the Welsh
Jesus.
boys. Because like my dad always said, the best team's always been the Welsh boys.
mate, it was 70, 80 nil to
Yeah.
the 60s.
What made them so good?
They were, I would say, they came from, the Welsh ones all came from Cardiff
Yeah,
College
yeah.
together. So they had Gareth, Ike, Beryl, and Islesy all came.
Well, they come at once.
all came
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Then obviously Rocky turned up as well.
Yeah.
And there's like a little bit later.
And his
But-
brother come as
yeah,
well,
brothers
didn't
come
he?
As well. But those four, they were playing rugby. Oh, Wiggins as well.
Wiggins,
They were-
Sharkey.
Yeah, Sharkey.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
So
so
there
They
was.
all turned
half
up
the
all,
side.
they all
Yeah,
turned
it
up all
was.
together.
Yeah.
and they were playing rugby, I would say 10 years ahead of the rugby we were playing.
Their standard was so much better than ours as rugby players.
Yeah,
you know, that they had been playing. They was like fringes, because they was going through college, they was fringes of like national, like young nationals, like, you know, well, Gareth was, you know, Gareth.
Well, Wiggins went, I think this is right, Wiggins went away to Australia, did a thing after university, and he was supposed to go back to play for Neath.
Right.
But he decided to carry on teaching, and that's when he came over here. But he was supposed to go and play for Neath, who were literally who were like a professional side in Wales. Yeah. That's who he was supposed to go and play for, but he came to teach.
But the difference they made,
just faster.
And the back row was unbelievable. And then you had Gregory come back over.
Yeah.
So you had those Welsh players, which were outstanding rugby players, and you had this thug come and join them. Because Kevin's motto was, so if you listen to Kevin, and you listen, because I enjoyed playing for Kevin. He gave me my chance in the first team.
And me as well, the same.
And I got most improved player when he was skipper. And because if you put the effort in, like you're saying, if you worked hard, he would like sort of support you and he'd carry you through as well. And he coached you, because he coached as well. Yeah. But when you listen to him, and when you play with him, and when he played at Southend, so even in training, if there was someone vying for his place, the way it wouldn't be ability, he'd take him out. It physically destroy the people.
Training on Wednesday night was full contact.
Yeah, exactly. That was it.
No drills or anything like that. Literally 15 blokes there, 15 blokes there. They just batter the crap out of each other.
You don't get that nowadays,
No. He wouldn't last 5 minutes now. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but you don't get that.
No, when I was
trying to get any contact.
No, you don't. No.
It was like I say on the bag. It was. I don't know what was worse, running it in when you had the bag, or was these running it when you had the bag? You know.
But when I was trying to get in the first team, the bloke who was playing in my position, I won't say his name, he was playing, and I tackled him in training, and I tackled him quite hard. And as he got up, he pushed me down on the floor. And he said, "Don't do that to me again. You know who I am." And I looked up and I thought, "That's it. I've got you. I'm in your head now."
I remember being a young lad coming to senior training for the first time. And it was basically just a punch up going on over there.
Yeah, exactly.
But then afterwards, just just go shower and have a point. You just fight for each other's position.
But that's rugby, isn't it?
That's it.
No, it's not now.
Half the team will end up crying and walking off in sulking,
isn't
they?
So going back to them teachers like Gareth was playing back row play like they do now. He was over the ball turnovers, which nobody did. Nobody even.
And he was fit as fuck.
And then when Rocky joined as well, there's a pair of them together as a unit. Like so, with Gregory doing the running into people and bashing people, and them two just doing all the skillful stuff. It just made it brilliant.
He was just intimidating.
So the Canvey sort of white style of play. Do you think that come from them lads? Or
definitely. Definitely. Because no, I'm not saying. But don't take that away from the team that was there before, because you forget one thing. I'll say now, in that team before, the most talented player to come out of this club didn't carry on playing. That was Paul Hart. Was the best centre you would ever had. What a centre!
But even with those two, you had Ozzy and Ike at scrum half and fly off, but you had Paul Hart and Jeff Birder in the centre, and those four.
Unbelievable.
And Jeff and Paul were just as good as them. But they were just.
So at the time, did you boys realise that you was playing with people that what the fuck are you talking about now? Or was it just? You know what I mean?
Well, because but you don't. No, you do. You knew because you was like was in third team. So you'd see them, and the third team would be playing here. They'd be on the top pitch. You know, you'd see them come off, and you know, sort of. You aspire to get there.
Paul Davis, another Canvey boy. Paul Davis and Munch were the two wingers, and Wiggins was fullback. Munch was scoring 25, 26 tries a season regularly. And when I was coming on for I might have been replacement in those days. You'd only got on if somebody got injured. I could come on, I could score a hat-trick in like 15 minutes.
Was you looking up to these boys as opposed to looking up to like sort of professional rugby players? Was you sort of, do you know what I mean?
I don't think you looked up to them because we just sort of played.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know what you're saying. But
I admired them because of the way they played.
I know
and
it's
how
only
skillful they were.
it's Canvey in a league.
But the thing was, you'd only watch because we all played on a Saturday. You'd only watch it on the telly, you know, and it was on Saturday afternoon. We was out there playing, so it was very much your own club. It's changed now because it always used to be the same kick-off times as we was out there. So it'd be on, or you'd watch it on a Sunday. So you I don't know. I never went to a rugby game, so I stopped playing.
Yeah.
Because I was
Because you
always
was always
playing.
playing,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
always playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I never
So-
watched rugby on the telly,
No.
really. Like,
No,
it's,
because you know you watch it on a Sunday or whatever.
yeah, yeah, it's rugby special.
If you
so
got
watch
up.
it. Yeah, yeah. But no, it's they just made it different.
Yeah.
And
Well,
like
it-
moves, like the moves, some of the moves we do now in the back
Still being used.
were
but-
moves
but
that
also
they
you
introduced.
You
into
got to
the
remember
club.
as well the coaches were Welsh as well.
Yeah.
So Robbie Edwards, so
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Bennett,
Yeah.
all those. He was
Yeah, I
English,
remember-
Chris, wasn't he?
I'm not sure. I don't know, but yeah.
But
Bennett,
they'd all.
Bennett, Welsh,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, but he was big friends with
Yeah, but he was English.
he was big friends with Vernon when he
Yeah,
those
yeah,
two together.
yeah.
They was
So after the Welsh boys leave, for whatever reason, all there's still some of them are still.
yeah, bits and pieces.
Well, you
yeah.
got the ones that really sort of the Anglo Welsh that settled,
Yeah.
didn't they?
yeah,
Beryl,
yeah, Beryl.
Let's talk about the
Bynes,
teams that played in after that, because let's talk about what I can remember. Obviously, I was well young, but what I can remember is like the Velos, the Dave Cams, the Munch was still playing, but
Yeah.
Jeremy Cuts and all these boys.
Yeah.
Like we're mentioning their names now, so they're decent players. There's a photo of you with Matt Norris, I think Hamlet, Steve Thomas, all playing for Essex.
Yeah, Andy Bill.
And Velo,
And
yeah.
Velo.
Yeah.
Let's talk about them sides. Were they decent sides?
Yeah.
Like, were they punching
No,
above their
because
weight?
they only got into Essex because they gave Len a lift.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they got in the side.
And they still need to live now.
He's still trying to. He's still trying to be friendly. Hey, can I get in the big side?
Yeah, the Bishops. Like getting the Bishops, yeah. But were they decent sides? Like, did you look back and fond memories of them? Like,
Oh, yeah,
just
so
good
again,
players?
There was,
Some of those
it was a
games-
London North East 3, wasn't
Yeah.
The standard was. We kept. I think we went down one season.
Didn't we go to two?
Yeah, I think so.
We did. We went
yeah.
London North East two for one season.
But then there was a lull. There was a strong Canvey presence
Yeah.
at one time as well.
Yeah.
From that period. Afterwards, after they stopped, because there was still some of them still here. Beryl was still here, and that.
Arsenal was still playing a bit.
Yeah.
Ike was still playing
Yeah,
a bit.
but
When
these are the
when
years
they
when
went-
you was beating teams like Watford.
Yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah, without a doubt.
You know what I mean?
Without a
Like,
doubt.
you
With
like
those-
beat them regularly as well.
Yeah, Rochford used to hate coming
Yeah,
over here.
yeah.
You
You
see,
still is beating, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember-
Lippo hated us.
I don't know. There was one season.
Izzy used to frighten the life out of
Yeah,
Lippo, didn't he?
There was one season we played them at their place. They were top and we were bottom, and we drew. I think we drew 17 all with them, and then that was it. After we didn't lose
Is
a
that when
game.
Dumpy dropped the ball over the line?
Yeah, I think it
Talk
was.
about old memories.
And we didn't lose a game after
Craig
that.
North, when he come over here,
Yeah.
he went to me, he's that aggressive little cunt still playing. And I said, who are you talking about? He said, oh, fuck,
Dumpy.
I can't remember his name, but he
yeah.
always used to we always used to have a punch up, and I was thinking, Isabel, like, it's better than he went, a little
Dumpy.
fuck, a little fat fuck, and I went, oh, Dumpy. Yeah. I went, no, so I ain't playing no more.
My overriding
But
memories of all of
he,
that.
he said all the Watford boys are fighting.
Oh, yeah,
all
good
of them.
Dumpy.
All fight,
Yeah.
they're fighting all of them.
Yeah.
He said, like, they didn't want to play.
But my
No,
overriding
no,
memory
because he
of all
just-
of that is him, Dumpy, and Izzy on the same pitch.
Yeah.
Not for the rugby,
Just
but
for
for
the
the
fucking-
verbal
yeah.
and the horror.
The
It's
horribleness.
just, I'm on the wing, and all you can hear is these three flipping, going
Yeah.
at the others, and he'd say something, and then you'd hear him laugh and walk off.
Yeah.
Izzy with his like, like, really like, and Dumpy just eating people, and
Yeah, Dumpy just all of a sudden
Yeah.
turn around, Dumpy's fighting over
Yeah,
the
yeah.
corner, so we all go running over.
slap
there.
you down.
that's what it was. It was every game was them three intimidating people, and like say 9 out of 10 times Dumpy was hitting them, and Izzy would come in.
But this is the time when sort of you'd punch someone and the ref would go handbags.
Yeah,
And
exactly,
he'd just
yeah.
carry on.
Yeah.
Nowadays it'd be red card.
yeah, flip it up.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
Dumpy
what I
was the
mean.
same
The
way. He
game's
was
changed so
Oh,
much.
so much.
Games like that, yes, for the better in certain respects, but like
For safety.
yeah, for
But
safety.
I don't even
I
know
don't-
that. Like, I was talking to somebody the other day about rucking.
Yeah.
Like Andyville and him,
Yeah,
that's their
I
favourite
used to-
pastime,
yeah.
rucking
Yeah,
people
literally
out the
tread
way.
on
Yeah, but someone do it to you. They do it to you.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
You
you
watch
couldn't moan about it, could you?
when you watch New Zealand, the rucking game. That was the rucking game. New
That's all
Zealand
eight of them,
game.
isn't it? All
Yeah,
eight of them.
and the player would be 10 yards out.
The ball wouldn't even be
shooting
there.
out.
It'd
Yeah,
just be shooting.
yeah, but no, but the ball would be left there, and they're shooting there
Yeah.
because he's laying across the ball.
But it's dangerous, isn't it?
No.
Of
Well,
course it is. You've got
Of
both
course it
around your
ain't.
head.
Of course it ain't. You use your heel and just
It
push
is,
them
isn't
back a bit.
Use your heel. Yeah.
But you never had all the penalties for
No.
Oh,
Oh, it
it
was
was infringements
flows
and
like,
like it
didn't it?
flowed
Yeah,
because
yeah.
literally, but you'd got shooed once, you didn't do it again.
No, that's right.
Or
Well,
you
some
would.
people-
We
some
did
people-
that, yeah. If you laid on the ball and you got shooed,
Yeah.
the whole idea was you won't lay there again
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you won't want it because
Unless
we're
you
going to do the
stood
same
enough,
again.
yeah,
exactly, yeah.
And,
Yeah,
that, and,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and that weren't a bad thing. And the refs, you know, but now you've got to look to the ref, and if the ref's not strong enough, it spoils the game, doesn't it?
But like I say, not massive punch ups, but there'd be a few punches thrown.
The Norris
But-
right hand.
Not where you was.
No, not where I was
Like
standing.
you,
No, of course,
yeah,
I
you was
just-
on the wing,
Yeah.
and then once the punch was thrown, you'd leave the pitch,
Yeah.
and then come back on afterwards.
Well, I watched a game out here, Met Police, when Canvey, when your dad and all that era, when I was in the lower sides, I watched a game on the touchline, and it was Mickey Norris, and it was a second row in Met Place, as big as Mickey Norris, and they was both having a go at each other, and it was who was going to punch each other, who's going to punch him first, knock him out. Norris knocked him out, but they both got sent off.
Well, a lot of people find it, but if Norris hits anyone, they're going to get knocked out.
Well, he used to punch people from the second row, didn't he? That was your dad's favourite thing, wasn't it?
He punched Baldrick, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's fucking, the gazer's hands are massive.
Your dad used to say, right, I'm having trouble with this prop, right next week.
He used to say, bait, get your head out of the way.
What's your
You're going to smack your cut. Yeah, seriously, otherwise you get it. You know what I mean?
He moved out
I've been hit by him before.
Yeah,
you catch him. He didn't have to tell you. Yeah, he said, Pete, get out of the way, I'm going to dick it. I'm going to back this up. This is like big, like the Essex right arm comes through like that, smack. And if you were like, you know.
If you was in the way, he was getting it, he was copping it. Yeah. So, as you say, you come from the third, was it third team at the time? Was it big?
I played fourth team.
Yeah, I played third.
Lee Beansworth was captain, so yeah.
I wasn't good enough to play the fourth.
So what was it getting into the first team at that point? Like sort of, did you, when you got your first team sort of catless comment, did you think, fucking hell, I'm in the first team?
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
Was it like
literally? I've been played fourth team, third team, played a few second team games, and like scoring tries because like then I was only young and I was playing against blokes who were like I am now in their late 40s, early 50s. So I was just running rings around them and scoring loads of tries. It was easy. Didn't have to tackle much, stuff like that. But just training was hard. And like said, Kevin Gregory noticed that I was training hard, and he just came up to me and said, "Right, we've got a game this Saturday. You're in the team." I went, "What?" He said, "You're in the team. You're playing." I went, "All right, okay." And I was so nervous. I don't remember it at all. Don't remember the game. I couldn't even tell you who it was against or anything. Nothing at all. Just so nervous. Obviously played. I don't know what the score was, whether we won or not. And then played about 3 or 4 games in a row. Then we played Wasps. Over here. I'm assuming it would have been their
lower side,
lower team, B side or whatever. And I was against this big black winger. He was huge, absolutely massive. And he ran at me. I tackled him. He went down, and I didn't get up because I basically broke my shoulder. Broke my shoulder blade, split down in half. So Gareth Nicholas took me to the hospital, left me there so we could come back over and carry on drinking. Standard. And then I didn't play for about another 2 months after that while it repaired. And then after that, I didn't get back in the first team. I then went back down to second team stuff, and then it wasn't really until who was captain after Gregory? Was it Beryl?
Gareth. It was Gareth.
Or Gareth. Yeah. So I think I played a few games for Gareth, and then but once Beryl was captain, that was it. Then I was in the team, and then right through till whenever. So, but my life, like so when I come out, I just want to play first team rugby. That was it. That's the overriding. You just want to play first team because you.
Well, you used to see it. You'd come in here and the first team were all in their blazers, and because in them days it was only the first team that all had the gear on and everything. You know what I mean? That had the number ones, so the lower sides never used to do it. And that was the thing. You'd see them all, and you'd like, you know.
And the other thing is, because we used to go on coach trips, and how it was, the first and the third team always used to go away together. So if I was in the third team, I'd be sitting at the front with the third team players, and all the first team boys were at the back of the coach. So, and you're looking at it. I want to be up there with him.
They've all got the gear on, and he's got his Fila tracksuit.
They're all out there with cans. They're all out there with cans of lager and bottles of wine and stuff, and we're just sitting at the front being quiet, like just keep it out of the way. And so
was it like that? Was it like we are first team, you are second team, you are first?
It was a very much an elite.
If you was
I don't know whether it's meant to be like that or whether we thought it was like that.
No, you know what I mean?
But a lot of clubs, they had a players bar with the first team. Saracens, you go to Saracens, and like we'd all be in the charm. I can remember going to Saracens playing down against the lower sides. And then a Welsh side was up, and they're all in the showers, and these big guys all in there, you know what I mean? All like Welsh all talking. Going to the club, you don't see them because they're in their own bar.
Right, so being part of the first team, was there sort of like a bully culture? Like you played third team, you played second team, was it like, I don't talk to you, because you're playing third team, second team?
Not bully, I would say there's probably a bit of like what they used to call cannon fodder type affairs in training and stuff like that. Like all the first team players would be on one side, everybody else would be on the other side, and
cannon fodder. No one likes being cannon fodder.
No, was it what they call it now? Bin juice.
Bin juice.
Do they still do the trial games?
No, they don't do that. You can't.
Well, they used to trial game. Ripper wanted rip everyone's head off because he couldn't get in the first team, and he wanted a piece of everyone. No, I'll put that on there for Ripper because he's going to cane me on Facebook for saying that. So you've got to put that in.
You can't do stuff like that anymore, can you? You can't separate. It's all about the club.
It's all about inclusivity, isn't it? And which is and
So
taking part and all
it's a
that
good
sort
thing
of
you
stuff.
did say, but then it sort of takes away the fight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
the competitiveness,
Yeah,
and also
competitiveness,
and all this stuff about it's not about the winning, it's the taking part and all that. As far as I'm concerned, that's the biggest crock I've ever heard in my life. If you're not out to play sport to win,
What team do you coach at?
don't worry about that.
No,
Don't worry about that. We've lost over that. It's all about winning.
Yeah, and it's different. It's different now with the fact of replacement, bringing subs on.
Yeah.
It's changed because it used to be, I'm on the bench. You know, no one wanted to go on the bench for the first. I would take him out the second team and go on the bench. He don't want to go on the bench because he was playing in the second team. So he's got to stay on the bench and only go on if someone gets injured. So he don't want to go there.
So you have rolling subs. It's literally swap people in and out.
So like
now being part of the squad, like the 18
it's
man
different.
squad, it's good.
It's
Because you know you're going to play. So it's Whereas, when you first started being replacements, literally you couldn't go on unless somebody got injured.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could spend 80 minutes just.
So no one wanted to be, and then certain people wouldn't go to away matches,
no, exactly,
that had got, and then you're bringing someone up from the seconds, so they're not happy.
Yeah.
You know, so it was it's different, a lot different now, where you can have 5 replacements or whatever. Is it 5?
We have 3.
Yeah, 3.
We have
Three.
3.
Nationals is 5.
Yeah, it's 5 or 7, and they flipping hundreds of them, don't they?
And can they go back on at our level?
Front row can.
Yeah.
But not other.
Yeah.
So when you say it's all about the winning, let's talk about sort of the cups, because you've been in 3 cup finals, I believe.
I was replacement for the very first one when we played at Thurrock.
Yeah.
Played at Campion.
Yeah.
Played at Riddle.
Against Riddle.
At Old Brentwoods. Yeah.
So
That's
one
3.
out of 3. You
1 out of 3. 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Painful looking back on some of them.
The first one, again, Munch was supposed to be playing on the wing, and he was skiing. He went skiing the week before the final. The game was on a Sunday.
Yeah.
He was supposed to come home.
Saturday,
He was supposed to come home on a Saturday night. Phoned me Sunday morning. Said I'm still in Canada skiing. I think it was. He'd gone to America. Not going to be home.
And that was when he was prolific.
Oh yeah, that's when he scored.
He was just unbelievable.
Yeah, he was scoring. He scored the winning try in the semi-final.
Yeah, it was almost as good as me in the centre, wasn't it?
Almost. He played on the wing.
Yeah.
On the wing.
It was like a wish version of me.
Yeah. So he phoned me. He phoned me and said, right, I won't be there, so that's it, I'm playing.
Yeah.
Got to the.
Well, yeah, you must have loved that then.
Yeah, got there. And
Stay
set up in the changing rooms, going through the team. Barry Osborne was playing on the wing instead of me. Right. So I looked at Beryl, picked the side, so what's going on? And he didn't say nothing, he just Beryl's you're a replacement.
Yeah.
We had 3 replacements. Me, Woody, and Paul Stacey.
Yeah.
As a replacement. Ref come in, goes, you can only have 2 replacements. So Beryl looked at me and said, right, you stay back. Woody, you stay forward. Paul Stacey, you can't be gone.
Jesus.
So he weren't even there. I went in the toilets, sat down in the thing, cried my eyes out.
Yeah.
Because I was just gutted. I really thought we're much.
Did you get on?
No, because like I said, unless you got injuries. Woody came on. Vernon I think Vernon went down.
Yeah.
Woody came on, and Woody got the biggest cheer you've ever heard.
I think I've seen the photo. There was an Arsenal crowd there, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
They had a stand.
Yeah.
They put a temporary stand up on the other side because me and Glenn was in the stand, paid to go in the stand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was absolutely packed,
Yeah.
mobbed, literally mobbed. You couldn't walk down the touchline or anything, and it was a good day.
Yeah.
Obviously we lost, but it was a good day. And then the one against Campion. Did you play? You played the one against Campion, didn't you?
Yeah.
Obviously that we won all year. We didn't lose. I don't think we lost the game all year.
What lost in that game?
Yeah, we hadn't lost anything at all.
Just on the day, innit? They just wanted it more. They just played us off the park.
Yeah.
And you just thought, where'd this come from? We had such a good year and such a good side. We was that confident we all proxided our area.
Oh yeah.
That's when we lost in the game.
Yeah.
Shit.
But we used to come over. Beryl would do the coaching on the Saturday. We'd come over and we'd do team runs up and down the pitch.
Yeah.
Up and down the pitch 10 times without dropping the ball.
Yeah.
If you dropped the ball, you went
Training
back to
nowadays, isn't it?
you went back to the 10 times. We would do that on a Saturday. Then we'd go down. We used to meet down the Windjammer before the cup match, any of the cup matches.
Yeah, why did you do that?
I don't know. We just did.
You got a clubhouse.
No, I know, but we used to go down the Windjammer and then come over here, and then I don't know. Don't ask me. I've got no idea.
Yeah, just another shit.
Just another thing.
Yeah.
Just to change to be away from it. So like that. If you like,
just a different atmosphere. I
the
don't know.
elitism or whatever, whatever you want to do. Just I don't know, mindset, because it was serious. It was really serious.
Jesus, like those. But that season, we were just killing people, stuffing people, and then obviously the Riddle one was just again that was Gillespie's first year,
yeah.
which was the year I'd been before with all
Yeah,
you
that's right,
lot,
yeah.
and we didn't win a thing. We lost.
Fuck on,
Because obviously, basically, a load of the players
We
had
were
dropped
toddlers.
out. You were all youngsters, you were all youngsters out on the piss on a Friday night, not taking the rugby too seriously. And then the year Gillespie started, you all made a conscious decision. Right, we need to sort stuff out.
Yeah.
And you all started training and not going out on Friday nights.
Yeah,
And then,
it's funny that.
It did, because you did, you all made a conscious...
All of a sudden we started
Yeah, winning, yeah.
games.
But we did,
Yeah.
and we went
Yeah,
through.
that's what it was. You had to though,
Yeah,
didn't
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But you boys, that was sort of the way, wasn't it? Back when, like, sort of in back days, you'd go out and piss on
We
a
used, to
Friday.
go, we used to come train on Wednesday, go out over Kings on a Wednesday
Yeah.
night, go over Kings on a Friday night, go over Kings on a Saturday
Yeah.
night after the game.
Do you think it was because
Go
all
down-
teams were going down and
Well,
pissing?
yeah,
It was basically
basically,
going drunk.
On a Sunday we'd go down the A-Stack and then down Bennett's,
Yeah.
and then so literally you just spent all your time
So
drinking.
how serious was rugby? Like, was it?
Oh,
Was it
Yeah,
everything
it's
to you?
serious. Yeah,
Everything.
you take number to coach, and it's so like Friday. So my week was like sort of your training Monday, Wednesday, or whatever it was.
Without
Tuesday,
that,
Thursday.
nothing's getting in the way.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
your training. And when Kevin Lover was captain, it was no train, no play. He didn't care.
No,
and
no,
if you
no.
didn't train, you didn't play.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all right. He got stick for it, and he upset a lot of people when he's one night in training. We come out the changing rooms, and then we were all sitting around there when it was all the old tables and that. He come out the change room. He had a t-shirt on it, leant against the bar, and on his back here, I don't like you either. Because he made himself, but it worked.
If you didn't train, you didn't play. So you
Yeah.
had to come train.
Yeah.
And training's fucking important, isn't it?
Yeah.
And people don't realise how important
No.
it is.
But Fridays, so
Like I
Friday,
said earlier, which goes back to what Dave Jenkins said to me, train, be fit.
Train.
yes,
90% of the battle.
you can get through.
Yeah.
You
So
can
did
get
you
through.
like training?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
Because you'd get to bash.
Well, and because
No, because I used to work hard. Because I needed to work hard. Because if I didn't train, I weren't fit. Because I've always been big, and if I don't train, so as I've got older, that's why I struggle.
Yeah.
And at the time, but I was fit. And if you look in the photos, you'll see me. I yo-yoed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Through different ways, because through different periods of your sort of playing career and working hard and levels you are.
And also as well, the other thing about training, which is different to a Saturday, is the banter.
Yeah.
In the change room, which you know what it's like.
Yeah, yeah.
Me and you, when we're in there, we're just
Constantly.
just at each other all the time, and when me and you, we're the same. Just
I used to love when
banter on a Wednesday is different to banter on a Saturday, because your Saturday's a bit more serious. But banter on a Wednesday, you're just ripping into people about all sorts of stuff that's gone on, and which is another reason why I carried on playing, because it's hard to step away from that.
Yeah.
But I don't see him for ages.
No.
Yeah.
But within 5 minutes, we say hello, how are you? We're nice to each other, and then that's it. Then we're just flipping.
I can relate to that because you watch the Lions videos on Sky and that, or the videos, and you see them doing a team talk beforehand, and they say like before it when they tell them, they say when you see that person in 10 years' time walking down the street, and you just smile, and it's the same on a different level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The things come back, and then you forget. I probably forgot more than I remember, and. But you see someone puts this thing that's going on with Facebook with all the old pictures Danny's putting on from your dad's and Jeff's and all that. Mate, it's so funny because you look at that picture, I can't even remember that.
Yeah.
The bleeding red velvet crushed shirt.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
Mate, I can't even remember.
What was you wearing?
Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. You know what I mean? I had the wig.
That was horrendous.
I know. But I can't even remember it.
Velvet
And I'm
fucking
thinking,
shirt.
I know.
Rugby's got this sort of, I'm not British culture, but you can basically take the piss out of who you want when you want. And it's accepted, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, why,
Yeah, and they'll still be mates,
but
and
why
that's
do
what
you
it's
think-
about. Even the opposition, innit?
Yeah.
You kick fuck out of each other out there, and then you have a beer and a cuddle afterwards.
I just think because we're all the same sort of people, you've all got the same sort of mentality.
Do
and
you
you're all-
find that there's like a person that you can take the piss out of, you can literally rinse him to the fucking grave, but if anyone from outside of rugby does it, they're fucking getting it. Like you can't fucking, don't talk to him like that. I can talk to him like that, but don't you?
There is that to a certain extent. I think like a lot of like when I say Murph, me and Murph, we just me, Murph, BA, Jamie, I, all of that lot all mixed up. Damon Cooper, me and Damon Cooper are terrible. We really have a go at each other all the time, but we're mates, we're great mates, and it's just all that sort of stuff. And then but then there's people who you're mates with who you wouldn't take, like John Edwards. Me and John get on really well. I really like John. I really admire him, and I wouldn't really have
both
the same
got long
ban-
faces as well.
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly. Yeah. But I wouldn't have the same sort of banter as me and you would have.
Yeah.
But me and him, we'd sit and have quite a serious conversation.
Yeah.
Whereas me and you, like,
so
just
rip the shit out of
I
each
don't
other.
notice what
In
you're
fact,
saying.
you're like piss taker, obviously.
Yeah.
There's no fucking getting away from that. Do you find...
Only a little bit.
Yeah, but when you was playing rugby, obviously it's fucking standard culture, fucking crack on. When you, outside of rugby, was it hard to sort of fucking change that in your personality? Or did you just carry on fucking doing
It is, but I can't help it.
Yeah.
So at work, they do like, I have got a bit of it at work as well. So, which is worries me because people at work are going to probably see some of this.
I think you're a right nice geezer.
No, but it does go into your work. I can't change who I am. The job I do,
It's your
the way I do it, is a relationship thing, and that comes from rugby.
Yeah.
You know, because rugby is a relationship thing. You're mates for life. Even if there's people over here that perhaps you didn't get on with, but you got on with through rugby.
Through rugby, you had to,
Yeah, and
There's people I don't like at all, but I'll tolerate them because of rugby.
But that all the truth's going to come out, isn't it?
You three better go on now.
I just doing this on my own now. But yeah, it is hard to get away.
You can't. You're not telling me you're.
No, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you
Yeah,
sit
but you're
there-
a contracts manager now,
Yeah.
so that must go into
Oh,
work.
mate, it's horrible because you
Yeah.
sit there and you talk
Try and
to
be
someone
sensible.
and you're trying to be sensible, or you just you come from rugby and then you go talking about I don't know the shit we talk about to someone and they're looking at you thinking this guy's just fucking weird.
Yeah, but then when you find a customer,
contract,
but when you find a customer who's like a ex-rugby player, it's great, isn't it?
It's the best relationship.
It's brilliant, isn't it? You know what I
sit
mean?
In a meeting, you sit there talk about rugby for 45 minutes, and then you just. Then you start talking about work for 10 minutes and it's done.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
It just binds people, doesn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah,
It's done,
it's
yeah.
500 quid in your pocket.
I don't know about that, Jason. Who do you work for?
So that's your sort of rugby done. So you're 38 when you stop playing rugby. Am I correct?
Yeah. 37,
That's stone.
38. What?
With
Stone.
Yeah.
So why did you stop?
Nick. So I was getting.
Now you got Nick?
Hey. No, I was
Well, you
getting,
found him then.
Yeah. No, I was getting tingling down my arms and that. You know what I mean? I compressed vertebrae a bit, so I was having to warm up on the post and loosen it all up, and it just got worse. And in the end, I had a dodgy hip and everything, and it just wore out through football, cut the broken legs, and it's just.
When you were running, you were like
It was
moving your hip around like that.
Yeah, it was just
It's time to stop.
Yeah, it was time. Body was telling you to pack up, but
Sort of, I'm 38 now. This is where I'm going with this. So, did you wish you could play for? How long did you wish you could have played for? Would you have played for till you got broken, like Jay said? Like Jay, how old do you know, Jay?
51.
51.
Depends what you want to do, innit? The biggest problem I had, because I broke away from the club, because the year after I packed up, and it was injuries, I was still helping out and was going replacement and ended up going on. And so I had to pull away because I couldn't come over here and just watch.
No.
And couldn't without being involved. You know what I mean? And the trouble is, I think I would have done myself more damage by carrying on doing it. So I broke away from it a bit, and my boy, who was like sort of didn't want to play rugby, wanted to play football. So I got involved in coaching kids football.
Right.
So I went that way for 10 years. He's now 19, like from when he was 8. So I had to have something because I loved the rugby. So I had to have something. So I can't help but be involved with something.
Football the same?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
The coaching, was that the same?
No, well, because I had my rugby level 1 badge and I had a football level 1 badge that I got. But no, football was.
It's different.
I was the same person over football.
But
you know what I mean?
But then the other people you're integrating with
It's different.
It was different.
It was different. Yeah,
You and
Stuart.
Powell?
Yeah, me and Stuart. Powell,
So that's.
So we done it for 10 years, and it was great, and it was really good. It's the same sort of thing, but that was bringing up through. So I enjoy coaching kids, and to be quite honest, if Mason, my boy, would have played rugby, wanted to play rugby, I'd have been over here still. You know, coaching rugby.
But
so that
what
was
I
what
want
it
to
was.
understand is how sort of like this aggressive bloke, who's like punching people's heads in on a Saturday.
No, I wasn't punching people's heads.
Trying to punch people's heads in on
No, I
a
wasn't
Saturday.
trying to punch people's heads.
Whatever you was doing, smashing heads against scrums, whatever you was doing. Right, so you've now got to stop, right?
Yeah.
How do you sort of relieve that sort of aggression and that personality that you've got? without the rugby? Because I know you're saying you're coaching football, but it's nowhere near the same, is it?
Mate, I don't know. It's quite lively on the touchline.
Yeah, but you're not-
Even
you're
the
not-
kids' football's terrible. You hear the mums and dads.
Yeah, but
you
you're
know,
not
you go-
physically going at something.
No, you're
like
not physically going. Yeah, but your body's got to tell you. So, you know, I took up golf a bit later, like
real,
a few.
real manly.
Yeah, real man. Yeah, but, you know, I couldn't do, when I had my hip done, I couldn't do impact sports.
Do you not find yourself like your blood pressure rising sometimes?
Yeah,
You need that release.
Yeah, but
And how
what
do
would
you
you
get
do?
that release? I don't know, that's
Well,
what I'm asking.
well, I don't know. You go down the gym, you pump iron, didn't you?
No, I don't know.
Can't tell.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
I'm after
So
something,
I did. At first, I did go
I
down.
need to know, yeah.
Yeah, I did go down the gym a bit, but then it was actually nice to have the rest because
Yeah.
my body was saying like, you need to rest.
Yeah.
You need to like take. But then as I've come out of that, I think, oh no, everything's stiffening up and everything's, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You need to keep doing things. So actually, as I've got a bit older, I've still wanted to do things. I've still done I've done the football. Although I can't play, like my knees are knackered, my ankles, and all this sort of thing.
Thing is, though, you listen to I listen to quite a few rugby podcasts, and you listen to the ex-players. They're all ex-players, and they all say, all of them, bar I think one, they don't miss it. Because they don't. I know it's a different level. They don't miss the intensity of training.
Yeah, that's right.
And having to get up every day. I know they do it every day. And then the intensity of the games, the physical on a Sunday morning, waking up and not being able to move.
Constantly in the ice.
Yeah, and obviously they still love rugby.
Yeah.
And they're obviously still involved in it in some sort of extent, but they don't miss the playing.
No, that's right.
Because
It
just
does. Your body wears out, and-
especially in the front row.
But-
for me, it's different because literally, I'm nowhere near the physicality of what you did, but. Yeah, it must take a toll on your body and well, front row, your neck, your shoulders, everything like that. It's got to be
So, Jason,
terrible.
Going over to you, mate, just stepping from on here, but sort of, I'm 38, as I just said, making the title at this point, and then people are saying to me, like, when are you going to retire?
Yeah.
Which pisses me off to the fucking max.
Yeah.
Because the same people
I've
are
had
saying...
that for the last 30
Yeah,
years.
but the same people are saying to me, when are you going to retire? And the
Yeah,
same
but look
people
at-
who just said, fucking, you know, have a good game at it.
Yeah.
And then they go, you know, have a good game at it.
yeah.
You've still got it. And then they come
Yeah.
back 10 minutes later and go,
When are you gonna retire?
When are you going to retire? Why?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you felt, yeah, so what?
Yeah.
So, like,
I get it. So are you still playing rugby?
You're playing first team
Yeah.
still, yeah.
But like, as I was going to say...
But do you want to play down the sides?
I don't mind, but what I'm getting at is, if I'm going to play down the sides, it's because I'm not good enough to play first team.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I'm not going to play first team because I'm 38 or 42 or 45.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm not going to play first team because the bloke who's in my position is better than me.
Yeah.
And don't use
exactly.
age as a factor.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Does that
That's
get to
what
you?
gets to me is
sometimes?
because are you still playing? Like, when I go places to go and work, they know I play rugby. You still playing? Oh, yeah, I play. What are you doing? I still enjoy. I
can still play.
I can still play.
And you still can.
And
And,
I'm still-
if you
yeah.
physically can,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah,
why
exactly,
not?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll make you right. I
So
couldn't.
a couple of times this year, Alex has phoned me up and said, "Oh, can you help us out and play? Or I'll be on the bench or whatever." Yeah, okay.
You're still scoring
I'm
twice.
still scoring tries, and I'm happy to do it, and I don't feel that I'm letting anybody down.
No.
If I come on for 10, 15 minutes, I'm happy with that. Playing the seconds, playing the thirds, the vets games, all them games. I'm happy to just do it. But BA said to me a few years ago, "How are you still playing?" Because I never stopped.
Yeah, it's harder, isn't it, if you stop.
They've had injuries, they've stopped playing, and then tried to come back, and they can't do it. Body go, but I've never stopped. I've just carried on pre-season training on a Wednesday, just carried on doing it, and that's never. Yeah, just carried on doing it, carried on playing.
Yeah.
So
There's
my
no reason
body's
for you to
used
stop.
to it, and as well, the other thing that I find really difficult is not this.
The banter.
banter.
The being amongst
Yeah,
people.
exactly. Yeah, like, even if I just saw you, it'd be really depressing. But
Fucking hell, yeah, same here.
He's got a point.
Yeah, that's why that was a fake laugh.
but at least I'd see somebody else.
So do you miss that? Do you miss this?
Yes. Yeah. I do miss it. I do. But it's also makes it precious when you do see people. You know what I mean? So there's that. So but physically, I think if you can carry on playing.
But so
Look at Danny.
when you go for a drink,
Yeah.
like you used to come for a drink over here.
Yeah.
Do you not ever think I'm going to a club for a drink? Because it's
No, because
place where
when
I'm
I
amongst
packed up, it was going for a stage where there's certain times it wasn't. If I come over here on a Saturday, I know I can't just have a couple of beers. That's it. You know what I mean? I can't just
this
come
is
over.
the worst place.
Yeah, I
Because you
can't come and have a
come
couple of
over.
beers.
No.
You know, I can't drive over here and have a beer because I want half a dozen pints
Yeah.
at least. You know what I mean? So unless, and that's why. I mean, Glenn still comes over a bit, doesn't he, now and then. But I was, you know, but he'll come over and have a skinful.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to come over here when you see people and you say, oh, you know, you want to buy someone a beer, but they want to buy you a beer back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sit down and start talking.
You just, unless it's Kevin
No.
Gregory, you know what I mean? You know, you buy
That's
him
why
a
you don't come over.
Yeah.
So, if you walked into the first team change room,
Yeah.
there would be sort of 2 or 3 people who know who you are. Does
Yeah.
that bother you or not?
Yeah, it does at times because I look
Because
at
you've got your
it.
name
Because
down
I
there.
look at it, you know what I mean, and they you know, and I hear like another guy's got a nickname. Is it?
There's another pig.
Oh, pig, yeah.
Yeah. You know
I'm
what
the
I mean?
only pig.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
me, yeah.
yeah. So it's although saying that, that nickname's gone from me because that's my rugby name. I'll see old mates and
So
they,
no one called you pig?
no,
That's
only Glenn and Laurie all the time, you know. So or people from the club who I see or I speak to or whatever. So that's and that, you know, in work they don't know. I don't talk about my past like in that sense, you know. But it's it's weird. It's weird because a lot of people stay over here, but the ones that are staying over here are still playing. Look at that, like I say, look at Danny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Danny's an integral part of the club now.
Yeah.
You know,
He was here playing when I started.
Yeah, exactly.
So
But
he's been here for years.
But going back, like talking about your dad, like I was thinking about earlier, and didn't come up. Your dad is not just Canvey Rugby Club; he's Canvey because everyone, all the football club people. When we had big games over here, you'd get all Johnny Batch and Billy Hill. They'd all come over and watch because they all went to school with Norris and all that sort of like, and they all knew their mates. So you forget they've been on the island for so long.
Yeah.
So they would come over and watch the games, the big games, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
And I'd go over at Canvey and watch the big games there. It's
Things as
Canvey.
well, like we touched on, when the cup matches always used to be on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So Sunday afternoon in here, after one of those cup, was absolutely
Heaving.
rammed.
It was
Everybody would come
heaving.
over and watch. Or, like say, everybody from Canvey just come and watch those games.
Yeah.
Both touchlines would be absolutely packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody used to enjoy the cup matches because it was a Sunday.
Because the social afterwards
Yeah,
as well.
literally.
you
Like,
know?
and you'd all end up down the haystack afterwards, and then obviously get up groggy head and go to work on a Monday. But it was a day out. It was really it was great. It was
But when we played, when it was first team in those 15 years, when it was really good, like that 85 to 2000 was the time with Murph, Cutsy, Vilo. There's so many. You forget, to mention it. Yeah,
Don't you forget?
and they all know,
flipping hell, there's loads. Stuart McCarthy.
Yeah.
Great, never drunk. Teetotal, doesn't drink.
It's funny.
You went out with him.
Funny as hell, wasn't it? Yeah.
Fucking cunt.
Yeah, I know. It's funny as hell, and he ain't had a drink.
He don't drink. He's just flipping,
But Friday nights, I'd meet over at 9 o'clock. Glenn used to work double glazing, he still does. He'd get here from Romford, 9:30, meeting here, me, him and Laurie, in here, on it, double bottles of Beck's, so pints, but 2 bottles, we'd have it Friday, then about 11 we'd go over at King's.
Yeah.
Friday morning I'd go to work, take me number ones, straight from work, over here, on the coach, away, away. We'd go at Norfolk or somewhere on the way
Suffolk.
back, nicking stuff all the way, sales
we
and
used to nick
bikes
so
and
much
everything.
The change room was full of fucking
Post
stolen goods.
protectors.
We had to
all
take the
sorts.
parachute back to West Norfolk, didn't they?
Yeah,
Someone had
Norris
to take
did
it
that,
back
yeah,
up there
Norris
because
What's the parachute doing your best?
it was up on the, I don't know.
Norris nicked it. Matt Norris nicked it.
Yeah, it's all airfields up there, wasn't it? Ex-airfields.
That's some of those coach trips.
Nick Tops, so they used to have the Cambridge top and Bishop Stalford.
Thing is, well,
we used to whole set of shirts and Bishop
The instigator of
Stalford.
most of that was Rob Edwards.
Yeah.
Because right now it's what you nicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you got?
Can I take over?
You just come training.
What can I wear for training then?
You just go training, like everyone had a different
different shirt.
they old drill tops, you know, you got drill tops. We all had them in different clubs, like, you know what I mean? It was all swapping different ones, wasn't it? Because it didn't fit you, you nicked a medium, I had to swap with some of the big one.
Well, gents, that's a wrap. But thanks for coming over on Sunday.
Thank you.
No
Hope you
problem.
enjoyed the chat.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Very good.
Little trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
And like to see you over here.
Yeah,
soon.
I hope to be invited to a dinner. I would like, if I go invited to a team dinner, a pre-match meal, I would come over here. Give me some notice and come over here.
There's one in 10 years' time,
Yeah.
right?
When the
See, I
COVID,
always have been popular.
when COVID's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true. That's true. Yeah.
But no, cheers, gents. Thanks for coming.
Thanks very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
soon.
Cheers,
Yeah,
guys.
cheers.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Thank you for watching this episode of Over the Bar. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter. Or if you'd like to go to our website, details are here. If you're a part of the rugby community and would like to be interviewed by Over the Bar, leave a comment below. Thank you, and I'll see you on the other side.